This episode is brought to you by whore culture. Now, I personally don't understand why the fuck we keep adding culture to the end of a word to show our distaste for it, but you niggas coined it, so I'ma exploit it. Now, by definition, a whore is another name for a prostitute. And by definition, a prostitute is someone that engages in sexual activity with another person for payment. As far as I'm concerned, all you hims and hers fucking your significant others to pay this month's rent on OnlyFans are prostitutes. But the opposing party would say, no, it's okay to express yourself how you see fit. Fuck the haters, secure the bag. Sounds like we normalizing whores. Sounds like whore culture. But let you talk down on those people, then it's slut-shaming culture. Well, how about I introduce those people to hold my dick culture? Because you trifling motherfuckers need to start normalizing holding my dick. Now let's start the episode. Welcome to another episode of Our Sins of Woes podcast, episode 24. The podcast where a bunch of dumbass millennials talk about their dumbass perspectives, their dumbass opinions, their dumbass mistakes, and their dumbass complaints. I'm your host, Nelson, and thank you for joining me today. Shout out you OnlyFans bitches. Y'all have been heavy defending yourselves on social media, and I still think y'all sixes. So, shout out you bitches.
Nelson is so fucking He's a wild man.
Shout out 795 Production every episode, every time. I say it all the time. Make sure you motherfuckers are getting on that YCCEntertainmentNetwork.com or YCCEntertainment.com/AbsenceOfWoes to keep updated on all that shit that we got performing. Next week, we will be doing another free giveaway for lucky YouTube subscribers, so make sure you keep an eye out for episode 25. I think I'm going to do another 130. We'll see. Depends. Yeah. It depends if motherfuckers are actually subscribing and liking and commenting, because that's the requirements for getting a free gift. You have to subscribe, like, and comment. So, and we got merch. I don't know if I told you motherfuckers that, but every episode, for like the last 3 episodes, we started recording at a new location. I've been wearing Our Sins of Woes merch. So if you're interested in it, just leave a fucking comment on social media. Or
do you guys have fanny packs?
I can make you one.
I would like one. The one that...
Wait, did you say fanny pack? I thought y'all call it clout pouches.
No. I want the one that actually goes on my waist.
Oh, you don't want the one that goes across your chest?
I want the one on my waist in case, like...
Shout out to you fuckboys that wear clout pouches across your chest.
In case I need to go into my bag and spray Listerine for my breath, I just need to be able to open my,
Open your waist instead of your chest.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got you.
And the spray, and then, get on my bed. So, get that in production ASAP, B.
For shout-outs, that's all I got. Let me go and introduce my guest today. DJJarv and Jefe. 3 J's. What's up?
Yes, sir.
What's going on? It's your boy DJJarvyJarv out here. Follow me on Instagram, DJJarvyJarv.
Nigga, plug your shit at the end. What the fuck is up with these niggas ever since we came back? Plug your shit at the end,
listen, y'all
bro.
don't know who I am out the back. Okay? DJ, look together. JARVY, like Flavor Flav, but JarvyJarv. DJ Jarvy motherfucking Jarv.
Hey, you say
holla at your boy. Bi-weekly mixes. Every other Thursday, I'm hitting y'all a different mix. The trap mix came out on Thursday.
Joke's on you, nigga. 20 minutes in, they gonna forget who the fuck you were.
Listen, stop what you're doing right now.
Hey, it was a good mix.
Open up. Look. The people have spoken.
It was a great mix.
Go on Instagram, hit follow on your boy, and then catch some vibes.
JarvyJarv. It's been a long time, bro. I grew up with this nigga in middle school.
Nelson is he is fucking Nelson. Y'all watching this shit, y'all know who he is. He's been crazy since I met him. He's a good person, but he's crazy as fuck.
Bro, these motherfuckers think I'm an asshole.
Well, you are an asshole.
I am an asshole. Shout out to my Our Sins of Woes podcast audience. I love y'all. Y'all there for me. I'm there for y'all.
It's your boy, young Jefe.
I will not give up my real government today.
You feel me? It's your boy, young Jefe.
I have 2 warrants in 2 different states.
We'll not be giving out no governments today.
Y'all not getting the government today, man. But it's Young Jefe. You can follow me on IG at JClerkJC.
Niggas, plug y'all shit at the end.
No, we live in Atlanta.
We live in
Cloud first,
Cloud City.
and then when you get into the shit,
Right. Cloud first, content second.
Exactly. In that order.
You gonna know who
content on the cloud, then content. In that order, motherfucker.
Photographer out of Atlanta. Been doing it for 6 years, so holla at your boy if you need any weddings,
Look.
anything.
The best motherfucking picture in the goddamn East Coast, nigga.
Whoa. Shout out 795 Production. I'm not about to play my nigga like
We
that.
right here.
I'm not about to play my nigga like that.
Show what you got. Show what you got. Show.
I'm gonna give him a run for his money.
Okay. We on 85, 95 with it. Okay. We on the highway. Catch us.
Yes, sir.
Holla at my boy.
Yeah, I got nothing. Shout out 795 Production. I'm not about to play my nigga like that.
Oh no.
This is random, but
Love the vibes.
this is a random fun fact. Because I had said the thing about the joke about the warrant thing. You know that Ghostface Killer had a warrant out for his arrest during the whole first album? So he would be on stage with like a mask on, the ski mask.
So they couldn't recognize him?
Like not a ski mask. Yeah, essentially.
All right.
This New York nigga shit.
How effective was it if people knew they were showing up for Ghostface Killer?
He was, but like, you don't know his real name, name.
Ah.
I guess they'll show that in season 2. But that's like the.
Wait, season 2 of what?
Of the show on Hulu.
What show on Hulu?
They have a show, nigga. You don't watch it?
No, bro.
It's really good.
Bro, ever since COVID kicked in, I stopped watching Hulu.
This is before. I was watching it beforehand. It was RZA's producing it. It's you know what I'm talking about.
If it wasn't Kenya Barris, I wasn't watching it on Hulu.
You said what?
Who's saying Forever Joint?
Yeah, it's a good. It's not a documentary. It's a television show. The dude from Moonlight, he plays RZA. The nigga from the Get Down.
But RZA's an actor. Why would you need somebody else to play him?
Cause this is like 30 years ago.
Bro, I don't give a fuck. Like, RZA's an actor, bro. If we could make Will Smith look 15, we could do the same for RZA.
They don't got no fucking budget for no goddamn de-aging niggas. Hey, listen, just sounds fly on my shit, make me look cool, and you got the job, nigga.
All right.
Shit, that costs a quarter of fucking trying to de-age somebody.
I'm geeked.
Shit. But yeah, so y'all might catch that if y'all into Wu-Tang. Y'all might catch that in season 2. It is a random shit fun fact I know. I think a few of them niggas had warrants. I ain't trying to speak on their business, but that's like some shit that like they discussed when it was going on. So this is some cool culture shit, but my bad. We out here.
Did you niggas want to shout out your OnlyFans and your Tumblrs before we get started?
Yeah, OnlyFans.
Listen,
I'm just kidding.
If I was getting paid the way these girls out here, I'll be on OnlyFans too.
Bro, did you hear about Bella Thorne making $2 million off these niggas for not sending them shit?
Oh yeah, they changed the rules because of that.
Yeah, you can't charge more than a certain
The
amount.
sex workers got mad on Twitter. They were pissed.
Bro, I've been saying it.
Fucked up they bag. I'll be mad too. I'm like, God damn, we had it good until you come here and fucked it up.
Bro, I've been saying it for a while. Like, that's how the strippers started teleworking. Like, due to COVID.
That is true.
They use OnlyFans to telework.
That is true. Yeah.
Wow. Wait, these nasty ass niggas ain't gotta touch me, but they still get to look at my ass and pay?
You know what's funny though about
That's lit.
if you really think about it from if you really think about it though, what's funny about
Smacking the screen.
I don't know if lit's the word I would use. Smacking the TV screen like on the back. You know, like 2 decades ago when like niggas TVs wouldn't work, so they go in and slap it on the ass. That's what they doing.
That's some real virtual shit. Like Cash App is $5. Scan your face. $5. Scan your face. Smack the screen. $2 tip. Like.
So what you do after the song gets done? Like, do you continue to charge me?
I mean, well, they paying like $50 for like 2 minutes of content. These girls are slick, bro.
Oh wow.
Hey,
That's how they be getting niggas though, because they don't have like you can't see a preview.
There's no preview.
Yeah, there's no preview. So like
That's why I'm not like a customer because I gotta see what I'm buying first. I need a little preview before I start investing mine.
Hey, look.
I got a little money to trick off of. I need. I just need to know what I'm getting into first.
Hold on.
What am I getting into first?
Hold on, time out. Hey, if y'all want me to start this OnlyFans podcast where we rate these OnlyFans bitches on a scale of 1 to 10 and dog them out in the process, whether they are 10 or not, go ahead and leave a like and a comment.
So you know what's interesting about OnlyFans? If you really think about it, there's clearly a customer base if they're on it. Yeah. Niggas are on there.
Yeah, bruh.
Don't get it twisted.
But see, that's the thing. I don't know whether to be mad at the niggas more or the women more.
Hey, bro. Hey, listen. Listen. They've been selling sex since the beginning of time. Right. It's gonna happen. Right. It is what it is. How it happens just changes.
100%. Shout out to whore culture.
But best believe there are niggas in there with multiple monthly subscriptions. I know because I'm friends with some of y'all niggas.
Maybe.
They know who they are. Shit. You do too.
Hey, shout out to the 6s I went to high school with. That's now on OnlyFans, making that guap.
Hey.
Pay that rent, girl.
But you can use OnlyFans for. I mean, that's like the. I guess
it's a Patreon page,
right.
But that's not what's blowing it up because like it's because of the sexual content. Because if that was the case, if you were just blowing up, if OnlyFans was blowing up just because it's a patron, then Patreon would be blowing up.
I mean, it kind of is though.
What, Patreon?
Yeah,
it's not blowing up more than OnlyFans.
Yeah, but
Patreon's been around for a decade, bruh.
Yeah, that's because people just started getting onto it though.
Listen, there's gonna be an application or something that's gonna walk before something else runs.
Right.
MySpace walks so Facebook can run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Twitter
So
too.
there's always gonna be a site that did the same thing that another site saw and it was like,
Vine stood still so Twitter could shine.
right, exactly.
No, TikTok.
TikTok is about to close out. That's
Yeah.
why everybody's on.
I never liked
Everybody's
TikTok
uploading
anyway.
their TikToks to Reels on Instagram.
Wow.
Yeah, cause that's what Instagram would do. They'll offer you some money, like, oh, you want to hop on this joint?
Oh, you ain't trying to fuck with?
Oh, yeah, okay, bet we're gonna be doing it ourselves then.
Yeah.
And I'm curious about the patents when it comes to like social media and this like digital shit, cause it's like the loops, like cause like back in the day, it's like, okay, this is how we build cars. We have a 70-year patent, or we have a, I guess with technology is a little, turnaround rate's quick. It's like give me 5, 6, how many years it is. I don't know how it is in the digital age, like on like the digital space, like with software. Like how long does a company have a patent to a certain thing? Like Vine had loops, so like other companies can't loop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause Instagram would just take your shit.
Right.
Instagram didn't have stories before. That was Snapchat.
It's a system. It's kind of off topic, but it's still on topic. It's a system to the way everybody's like in a Joe Budden situation. You know, Joe Budden's been not complaining, but rightfully addressing his issues with Spotify and like, yo, I'm your number one and you're not paying for it. Right. I was talking to my homeboys about it the other day about video games. Now companies are about to start streaming more video games than not. And it's like, okay, but what's a stream worth? If this streaming service is getting $60 a month and a game costs $60 a month, so now if 200,000 people are playing that game in that month, what's that stream cost? How much is the developer getting for that? So it's like with this technology age, Brad, like everybody's teetering on what's the value of the exchange.
They're still trying to figure it out.
Right.
So
That's gonna be a dark day when you gotta like pay a monthly subscription to play video games.
but think about it though. The developer, if you're one of the
that's
type of
already happening,
motherfuckers,
but-
It's already happening though.
yeah, it
it
is.
is.
But like, think about it's a win-win depending on who you are. Because if you're the type of motherfucker that plays, like, if you got a YouTube channel based around video games or something like that,
Right.
then yeah, you might be down to pay $60 a month for unlimited games in a
Right,
month.
right,
But if you
right.
that motherfucker that like you buy 2 games a year,
Yeah, you pick
and
up-
then
you
you
pick
pay
it
a
up for certain
$60
releases.
subscription for a month, you buying 12 games a year that you're not playing.
Right.
So
Right.
It could be a win-win for the developers. It could be a win-win for the.
That's a good point
the
because like for gamers who do stream, which is a big
it's a
big
big
culture
thing.
of the video game thing. Like, nigga, what's your YouTube page on?
Bro,
Like,
every
watching
top 5 YouTubers are about technology, whether it be video games or cell phone reviews.
unboxing.
They're all about.
I watch unboxing
unboxing,
videos all the time. Yeah.
So yeah,
Y'all see that one joint that goes to? I would fuck with it. The joint that it's like a tablet that's like will go on your wall.
Oh yeah, I seen that shit.
So you put it. Have you seen it?
No.
So you like, essentially, it's like probably the size of this. It's just like a box, and like you just put it against the wall, and like you can decide if you want to be on like the wall surface or like a flat
A
surface.
table service?
Yeah, and then you it will just like the iPhone display would just pop up, like the Apple. You know what I'm saying?
Like some Iron Man shit?
It's just like Iron Man, literally.
But I mean, like that's a crazy thing.
and you can click it like you're clicking the actual table, but it's responsive enough to where like with the lighting, something with the shade, to where you click it, and like it will open up YouTube. It will open up shit like that. So it's essentially like a.
Bro, I'm building a smart mirror right now. Literally building a smart mirror in the bedroom right now.
You are?
Yeah, because I have a blank
Such a
TV.
fucking nerd.
Right.
Loser. hey, nerd. Hey, that's pretty good. Though.
No, but like I have a spare TV because I replaced one of the TVs in the house. So I have a spare TV, and I was like, I'm gonna turn it to a smart mirror. Oh yeah, just plug up a Raspberry.
What's the benefit of a smart mirror? Like a smart mirror, what do you do with it?
Like the way I would use it is for social media
Selfies.
interaction. I ain't put no camera on that motherfucker. But no, it's for like social media because it's a mirror that
Fucking
you can.
winking at that shit.
Just shut up.
Duck face parking his legs and shit.
Loving himself.
In the morning and shit. Collar on his waist, all moist and shit. Just out the shower. Good morning. Mirror, take selfie.
It ain't gonna have no camera. Chill out. But nah, like there's like you would treat it like an internet browser or a phone. It's basically like a phone. That's how SmartWear works. It's like a phone that's hanging on the wall. So I would specifically use that for like early morning, like social media interactions.
We live in a smart house. Remember the movie Smart House on
Yes.
Disney?
No,
It's literally we live in a smart house.
Yes.
You're gonna have a mirror, have the internet,
Mm-hmm.
so it can tell you what, just like have like Tony Stark displays at you.
Yes.
I respect it.
Stay with the times, bro.
It's nerdy as fuck though, but
Stay
I
with the
respect it.
times. You see, I've been talking to the house since you came in. Like that's the way shit is these days.
Nigga be lonely as a motherfucker in this joint. House, how was your day? He want every goddamn thing to talk to the motherfucker to him. The mirror, the fucking chair, all that shit. Nah, that's tight though. I just get in the mirror and
Oh, we working on a bidet in the bathroom right now.
A what?
A bidet.
What is that?
That's a little water shooter that clean your butt.
Oh, that cleans your ass?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck this toilet paper war.
right.
COVID done spark a
Real.
fire in my ass.
Real.
Literally.
Real. Good luck trying to get some wet wipes.
Right. That's a mission
That's
right
a
now.
leap for real.
That's a
This is a
fucking
weird
mission.
topic to talk about, but if you really wiping your ass, the wet wipe niggas, y'all know we been here.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what
two
I'm
dry,
saying?
one wipe.
We real clean out here.
Two dry, one white.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all feel my pain during the pandemic. I'm about to fucking toilet paper now and shit. Like, god damn. But it's all good.
You better wait it up.
Shit, I gotta go to the
Right.
kitchen get some paper towels.
Right. But you gotta like do it quick though. You can't have too much what. This is a nasty topic. We need to change subjects. This is a nasty thing to talk about.
Nah, I got some shit I want to get into.
I hope y'all TP when y'all in the public bathrooms though. Dirty ass niggas.
You got
In
that
that
out?
joint.
You got that off chest?
Bro, I used to say that, especially our first job. Motherfuckers, your coworkers. Hey, what's going on, Jarvie? Walk out the bathroom, not wash their hands. I'll be like, hey, bro, you didn't wash your hands. I'll say it.
That'd be so nasty too.
I'll be like, y'all nasty. Remember Blue Streak when Martin Lawrence was in the joint and he tried to, he's up in that thing. He went another 9 days. He's like, what's up, nigga? He's like, nigga, you ain't touching me with them fucking dirty ass hands.
I do that to people.
Like,
Like if I
hands
go,
on your balls.
if I'm at the bar or some shit and I see a nigga walk in and like piss and then walk out, but hey, bro, you gonna wash your hands? Just see what they say.
I don't feel uncomfortable asking that.
Then you motherfuckers
Right.
want to understand why fucking
I ain't gonna answer the strangers. 'Cause I ain't gonna deal with him, but like a
the
nigga
beer
I know,
fluid is floating around the way it is because
Yeah.
y'all niggas is pissing
Y'all ain't
and
washing
not
your
washing your
hands.
hands.
Washing your hands, man.
Then y'all want to touch y'all face, scratch your eyeball, shake your neighbor's hand,
That's a
ask
good-
for a dip, put it in your hand, wipe your ass again, and then
actually a
pass
good-
the cigarette around.
That's actually a good CDC plug. The CDC recommends social distancing in the form of 6 feet apart. When you use the bathroom, make sure you wipe your ass cleanly and clearly. Did you see when they first had the article about New York? Like the CDC recommended, like don't eat ass during the pandemic. That was literally one of the things. It was like, sex during COVID. It was like, please, to be safe, completely safe, don't have sex at all. But if you're gonna do it, like we recommend you not doing anything anal. It's like, damn, they have to tell people.
CDC out here saying you can eat ass, but you got to put a condom on your tongue.
Isn't that crazy? It's like the CDC is like, yo, y'all chill out on eating ass for a little bit. Y'all can get back to that later. But unless y'all know, but it's like kind of like, duh. It's like, it's kind of like nasty for me how to say that. Like, yeah, we know y'all nasty niggas just like to eat random ass.
Go
so-
back in time, nigga. Just kiss her shoulder.
Yeah,
she like to sit to the spots.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But if you gonna eat ass, put
do
a condom on
it
your
the
tongue.
right way.
Put a condom.
Only
on your
missionary. Missionary and forehead kisses. How did we get on this kind of conversation? What are we talking about?
Hey,
We went from talking about Wu-Tang to
Eating ass.
eat ass.
Wu-Tang to technology in the mirror to eating ass. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's something else we talked about in between that too.
Welcome to the Asses Woes podcast.
Right, right.
The podcast where a bunch of dumbass millennials talking about their dumbass perspectives.
About fucking everything.
It's your black millennial variety show. That's all it is. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and get to this real topic because we got to address the passing, the unexpected passing of Chadwick Boseman. And
Rest in peace.
yes,
R.I.P.
big
for
rest in
real.
peace to him. He's icon. He played a lot of strong black figures.
Yes.
But I really want to talk about this Black Panther
Black
thing.
Panther.
Yeah.
That being said.
That being said, and not to take any credit away from that, but I'm not going to indulge on it because I don't need nobody crying listening to the podcast.
Right. I mean,
So
They know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They know what it is.
So
Niggas know.
Right.
everybody, I'm hearing a lot of mixed reviews about this T'Challa situation. Some people are saying, "Nigga, do you need to lock your mic?"
Yeah, I'm kind of like the fluid. I feel like I'm a rock star. I kind of like hitting niggas in different angles, and you know, like when they perform on
See,
stage.
if your cameraman was good, he would have locked that for you.
Right.
Shout out to 795 Production.
Yo.
Shots.
Shots.
You should have locked that shit.
Right.
Wait,
Right.
you talking about Afia?
Yeah.
Shout out to Afia from episode 22, episode 4 and episode 10. But you talking about when you had to come over there? Yo, she big girl. She had it. Afia the homie though. But yeah,
What
no,
are they gonna do? Yeah.
we gotta talk about this T'Challa thing because
Yeah,
I'm
what
hearing
they
mixed
do?
reviews on like some people are saying like no, it's fine to recast them. Just make sure you get of somebody that can play the role right. Some people are saying, yo, if you recast that nigga, I'm a riot. And some people are saying y'all should just wait a couple years before y'all drop another Black Panther movie because they just as of now I'm pretty sure they just started writing it.
Well, yeah, he was in the process of writing it. Ryan Coogler was, yeah. Did you read what he said about it?
No.
He had said that he just shocked because he was like spending his time writing the script for him to say. You know, he was writing for his character to speak. And so for him to just for him to be gone now, it's just like that's my work was revolved around him.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much like, dealing
I
with
have
his
to
own
start
way.
from the drawing board type
Yeah.
shit.
He didn't allude to what is going to happen next because he doesn't know probably either. But he's having the same conversation we're having, but he was just acknowledging him. Well, here's my opinion on it. Well, actually, I want to say this first. I remember, so anyone who's really into comic books already knew where Infinity War
It's
and
Static,
Endgame-
not Static Shock.
Right. Exactly.
I know that used to piss you off in high school, bro.
Listen, I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. Let's be clear. I've been rocking with Static Shock since back in the day. Static.
Yeah, nah.
Static Shock for you guys who know about the Kids WB show.
Nah, when the white kids used to call Static nigger at school. That's the comic books you have, bro.
Right. Yo, remember it? Yo, we had work together. I used to literally, we would bring out stacks of comic books.
Oh, yeah, I got a huge
and have
Spider-Man
everyone in
collection.
there reading it. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. We didn't
Me,
care.
him, and Q.
Yeah.
He had Hulk, I had Spider-Man, he had Static. And we used to just intermingle those shit.
Rotate them around.
Yeah. And then at first, the girls was like, y'all whack, y'all corny, y'all reading comic books. We're like, we're not about to show what? Kiss our ass.
Hey.
And
But they reading it too.
And then guess what? They started reading it too.
Hey.
And everybody started reading it, they got right on it too.
Hey, quick segue. Remember that, don't say her name, that bitch that used to give us a ride to school in the morning?
What?
Yo, fuck that bitch.
No.
Because every time she come into town, she be like, so you gonna give me some Spider-Man comic books? I'm like, yo, bitch, hold my dick. By the way, this episode is brought to you by Hold My Dick Culture.
Bro, every morning in high school, I'm still mad at Nelson for that.
Wow.
Every morning in
Yeah, bro,
high
I used
school,
to take my time.
we had a ride. Now we live damn near walking distance from my high school.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was just nice to not be on a bus, not be on a rush, not be on
Because if we drove, it took 5 minutes. But if we caught the bus, we had to go into a whole new neighborhood
Right,
and shit.
right.
It would take like 25 minutes.
and we're 16, 17. This is our first time driving, so it was like, oh, you get a car? Yeah, let's get it. So she was my neighbor, so I would
Hey, hold on. I'm so excited for Jarvie to tell the story because I'm about to come at his neck so hard by the time he finishes.
So
this.
listen.
So go ahead. I'm just prepping everybody.
So listen.
So they know I'm about to come at your
listen.
neck.
She would pick me up first. And I'm chilling. I'm going with the vibes. I'll talk my shit, I'll do my thing, but I'm chilling. Bro, Nelson used to get in the car and just go on her. It would just go on her. For
what, though?
She'd be like, shut the fuck up, Nelson. Like, they would literally be
We be arguing the whole way.
He likes to antagonize people.
Okay.
Jarvie,
He enjoys it.
Jarvie used to come and walk in and get in the car. As soon as I got in the car, he put his headphones on his iPod.
Yeah. Because I know
It's like I know where this is going.
Yeah.
and but it's like a 5-minute ride, but it was like the most hectic 5-minute ride.
Yo, we
So-
still do that to this day. When I met up with her, like 2-3 months ago.
Oh, so you're still-
same energy, bro.
Bro.
All I do is argue with her.
Yeah, listen, it would be like heated arguments.
And this was what,
what?
fucking 11, 12 years ago.
Just because he's
our
fucking, he just like to antagonize people, and she's like, and she has she has a strong personality too.
Right.
She just like to fuck with people like
star.
that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a pop star.
And so,
Gotcha, okay.
and so like it was like she just got tired of it. She was like, you know what? Fuck y'all. and
Stop giving us a ride.
and just stop giving us a ride. Like, damn, they kicked us out the car. Fuck y'all. And I'm like, no, that's Nelson. I'm like, that's Nelson doing that.
I'm trying to get it right.
She's like, fuck you too, Jarvie. I was like, because sometimes I would like, you know, instigate and add on to it.
Of course.
But like, he would just see, when Nelson don't know how to fuck with people and when to stop. He just gonna fuck with you and 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 fuck with you.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
And I'd be like, Nelson, you're going too deep. He don't give a fuck.
Sure don't.
He don't give a fuck. I'd be like, Nelson. And then like, they'd be like, fuck you, Nelson. Like, and he just won't care. He just like, he get a laugh. He's laughing about it. He thought it was funny then. It is funny.
But shout out to my Arsenal Wolves podcast audience because they know that's what I'm about.
Yeah. It was funny when he did it. Like when we because she was like, it was like something like, fuck y'all. Like,
ain't her Toyota Prius. Bitch, you gonna shut the fuck up talking to me.
Like spread around the corner. And I'm looking like, I'm
fucking Toyota Prius.
I'm laughing, but I was like, now I gotta fucking.
If you don't put that car back in its tampon
get back
case.
on the bus, your ass. Now I'm back at the fucking bus.
Put that car back in its tampon case.
I don't wear them niggas. I'm like, y'all niggas still riding the bus? Couldn't be me. I was talking mad shit in school.
Talking hella shit.
Then I'm like, oh, you better get the bus stop. I'm like, hey, kiss my ass, y'all. Fuck Nelson. And I would see Ashley. Sometimes I'll catch her. She'll drive right past me and be like,
Oh, hell no.
Oh, I said her name, but there's like a million people with that name. So
Say what?
But shit.
I had to turn the volume down because this nigga Jarvis was loud as fuck. Screaming into the damn microphone.
So anyone who's into comic books, they already knew what the
Oh
story.
shit, that's where we started?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Exactly, bro.
You better at this than me.
We can be on this shit for real if you want me to. Nigga, we might not lease it fucking tomorrow, fucking with me. But
all right.
anyone who watched the comics who knew like the basic, just knew the comic books, they knew where Infinity War and Endgame was going. So I knew that like the characters were I didn't know if they're gonna die and come back or they're gonna be like in a different like, because it happened in the movie. Like in the comic book, it started off like that. Like the first few pages was like Thanos is like testing it out, like snap, and then like half the fucking population disappeared.
You know what pisses me off about that though? I'm gonna pull away from you for a second.
Yeah.
But excuse me. Yikes. Sorry y'all had to hear that. I was talking to my parents about this because sometimes I celebrate holidays with my parents. I went over there for Labor Day. We was talking about Killmonger for a second, and I'm gonna come back to that.
Okay.
But then we rolled into Thanos, and my stepfather was saying, I mean, his end goal wasn't bad because at the end of the day, he was trying to save the universe. But that's in the MCU. When you think about like what he was doing in the comic books, this nigga was trying to get like death wet in her pussy. That's what that nigga was trying to. What? He was trying to get with death wet. He was trying to please death. He was in love with death.
Yeah.
So he was trying to kill half the universe. Yeah.
She's a character.
So
she's
he was
like a
trying to
representation
please
of actual death.
Yeah. So
he was in love with
trying
her.
to please her.
Yeah, he was in love with her.
But in the MCU, it makes sense. He's like, yo, I'm doing this to save the rest of society by curing overpopulation. Right. He's literally doing the same shit China's doing. Shout out to China. Wait, I mean, I meant shout out to them for TikTok, but like that's neither here nor there. But no.
Nelson's crazy as fuck.
Yo,
He don't give a fuck.
Boy, you said something there.
Our sins and woes.
Yeah, in the comic book, it's like an analogy, like Death the character, like he was obsessed with death.
He was obsessed with death.
And she so happened to be like a woman.
Because it's him and Deadpool that are both like in love with death, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And so like, and so she was just like, he was just like, what can I do to get you? Like, what can I do to like be a part? You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
like,
before Thanos snapped his finger, he was a broke nigga to these bitches. That's what Death was. She was
right.
that bitch.
She wasn't checking him until he killed. Like,
she was an IG bitch, and he was a broke nigga.
Oh, okay.
So then when he snapped his finger, he magically appeared money, and then she was like, okay, maybe I'll give you time of day.
Right. That's exactly what happened.
Now come touch this.
And so, so the comic books essentially starts with everyone happy people dying and then coming back. So I knew those. So Infinity War and Endgame just broke it down into two parts, because like again like it just made more sense for it to be Infinity War was about them stopping that from happening, and Endgame was them fixing it. But in the comic books, there wasn't he came out of nowhere. They didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
He just did it. Seriously, this happened.
Yeah, it literally just happened.
And they're like, what the fuck happened?
It was the dopest scene too, because it was like one panel of this nigga just putting his hands in the air and snapping the fingers.
Yeah,
you see all the shine,
yep. Mm-hmm.
and everything just goes white. Next thing you know, half the fucking universe is gone.
Right. And so
comic adaptations will always be better than TV adaptation. I don't care what nobody says.
But MCU did a good job of making it what it was.
Of course, and they made it work better for this time. Like I said, like when we like and this is gonna go back to that Killmonger thing. We like a villain that we can enjoy
like comes
hating.
with substance on it. Right.
So when you give Thanos a premise like he's kind of trying to save the universe, you can do that on TV. You can't do that in comic. Or like people don't care in comic books.
Right.
So when you get into like Killmonger, like I'm like Killmonger was he was a bad motherfucker.
He just fucking with Wakanda. He's like, I hate y'all niggas in comic
Yeah,
books.
basically, it's kind of his energy, but it was like, I understand your cause, though. I understand, like, your premise behind, like, what you're trying to do. Right. And you're like, yo, I'm just trying to give power to black people. I'm trying to give them an edge. Right. And you're just like, yo, like, but you're a bad guy. Like, you're trying to murder a lot of people, so, like.
You're doing it through murder.
Yeah, like, so. I get it,
like
but like I can't agree to it, and that's what makes him a likable character. Right. But if you if motherfuckers came out, if motherfuckers went to go see Infinity War, and it was like, oh yeah, Thanos is out here snapping his fingers so he can get death to like give him the pussy.
Right.
Niggas be like, yo, shut up, bro.
Right.
But if you tell them it's to save humanity, the way people's minds work, because they're not comic book readers, they don't live in that fictional world. Right. It's all when you go to the movies, you kind of looking for a relatability to realism.
Right.
So when you're looking at like, oh, he's trying to cure overpopulation, shit. All right, let the nigga snap his fingers for one movie. Right. But in the next movie, he better bring them niggas back. Like, because I really like those motherfuckers.
Right. That being said,
Endgame was pandering as fuck. That's neither here nor there. We'll get back. We'll get to it.
Well, it had its moments. It for sure did.
Super pandering
but
moments.
I mentioned Infinity War and Endgame because when I saw that Black Panther had died, I didn't care because I knew they would come back. I mean, Black Panther made $1 billion. They ain't gonna kill that character off for real. Nah. And this kind of goes back to what we're talking about. So like, it was funny because we live in Atlanta, and so I saw it in like kind of downtown area was like a little bit more a little bit mixed, and like everybody's like, oh, the movie, people were reacting. I like to go to movies with reactions.
But what shows more, Tyler Perry movies or Black Panther?
You said what shows more?
Yeah.
In what way?
And like what sells more tickets?
Oh, probably in Atlanta, probably fucking Tyler Perry.
Bruh. I have smoke with him.
Which is like
I have super smoke.
I mean,
with him.
they did theater probably. Like, yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
I have super smoke with him.
I respect him. I just don't like his movies.
Tyler Perry?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my issue with Tyler Perry is I think he's a horrible representation for black people. I think Tyler Perry movies are horrible. I think Tyler Perry is the monolith of which black people should aspire to. Right. Tyler Perry himself. Right. I think he like for somebody that grew up like on the street and had nothing but his personal story is monumental to the black community. For him to buy out a military base and turn it into a fucking studio, he is monumental. But his movies are exploiting black struggles.
It's like Spike Lee said, culinary buffoonery.
Facts.
It really is. He said that.
Niggered him to the highest.
I'm not trying to be a hater. Like that's what you got people that understand. It's like it's not hating. It's your opinion. Like we have the right to your opinion. Right. You can disagree with me.
Some people love Tyler Perry movies. They think like some people will defend that he's a good representation because it shows black struggle. My problem with it is I can appreciate black struggle. I love black struggle. Don't get me wrong. My problem with Tyler Perry. No, it's not even that. My issue with Tyler Perry movies is that. When the turnaround in the movie happens and that good representation finally comes in, it's not about black. It's about just being a good person. Because you'll watch a Tyler Perry movie, it's got 20 bad characters and one good black person. 20 bad black characters and one good black character. So now you're telling everybody else in the fucking world and the black community
1 out of 20.
Yeah, it's 1 out of 20. Fuck you. Like, hold my dick. By the way, this episode is brought to you by Hold My Dick Culture.
He threw one of his, one of the movies, like Michael Ealy threw his kids out the window. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Like, what are we doing right now?
I mean.
He Thanos the Gamora?
Yo.
Fuck child support, and you just throw it through it.
Yo, stop
I was done with that shit.
And
then like the homegirl who got AIDS from she had the sex with dude like one time.
Dude,
I was like, damn, the girl was like a Christian virgin girl, and the first time she stepped out, she get fucking full blown AIDS. I'm like,
the stories be real
this is
strong.
bad. But the reason why I mentioned the movies is because I had went to see Black Panther and people were reacting. I was like, I gotta see Infinity War in a black theater just to see like the reaction when he dies. So I went to the one in South Atlanta.
How was that?
Niggas was like, fuck that. Oh, nah. What the fuck? Because Bucky died first. They're like, dang. They're like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, white person
Hey.
died. Ooh,
Right.
dang.
Hey, hold that thought for 1 second. I'm about to do something I never do. Jarvie, I'm trusting you with the mic. I gotta go to the bathroom real fast.
Okay, go
So
ahead.
hold him down. Go ahead and keep talking about that Black Panther bullshit.
So boom. So anyways, JarvyJarv, DJ. I'm just fucking with you. Let's start talking about my own shit the whole time. Plugging my own shit. All right. So boom. So yeah, we were in the black theater, and niggas was in that joint reacting. Okay. They were pissed that fucking Black Panther got
course.
killed. When
Why?
Bucky died, they're like, dang. Like, white person like, hey, it is what it is.
It is what it-
Game is
right,
game.
right.
They're like, he was cool, I guess, but he did a lot of fucked up shit, so I ain't with it. Then it's like, people started dying. They're like, ooh.
Right.
Nigga, when that nigga
Black
Black Panther
Panther?
got, they were like, oh, fuck that. Oh, nah.
we need him back.
Oh,
Come on.
nah. Niggas was mad.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Niggas was mad.
As we should be.
So, I mean, as far as we're going to take the character next to, there's a few options.
What are you thinking?
So, whatever Marvel decides to do, they have to do it with him, like with respect to him in mind.
Bruh.
And that doesn't always mean giving it to Shuri because I'll be honest with you.
I think that's a stupid idea.
Well, here's
If you roll into the movie giving it to Shuri, I think that's a stupid idea.
So the thing about what's interesting is that Black Panther in the comic books he's smarter than Tony Stark. Like Reed Richards would consult with
He's
Black
richer
Panther.
than Tony Stark.
Yeah, he's
Well, I'm about to
he's
say,
richer.
yeah.
So Black Panther is kind of like
He's number 3 on the list.
Yeah, he's
like
3 or
right
4.
behind Professor Xavier and Mr. Fantastic.
and then if you can count the villains, he's like top 5.
Yeah.
with like Doctor Doom and shit. But like if you look at Black
Nerd
Panther,
shit.
if you look at Black Panther's
Right,
like
because I don't know
overall
anything about this.
basis, Black Panther is a king of a king, like how Thor is a prince. So he has that royalty aspect to him. He's a trillionaire, like how Tony Stark's a billionaire, and he has perfect human peak strength, like Captain America. So he had quality of the big 3 Marvel characters, and he's but black. He had aspects of each of them,
Yes.
and so
He's a super
Why kill
nigga.
him off?
He's a super nigga.
and so exactly because Black Panther essentially is like the epitome of what we could be if we weren't colonized.
Right.
That's what Wakanda and Black Panther represents.
Right.
At the end of the day,
Hey, shout out to Akon because he's trying to do that over there.
he's been
Yeah.
country
Yeah.
delights and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, he is. I saw that. Yeah.
He's
It's
been
called
doing that for a
Akon City.
decade.
Right,
Yeah,
Akon
he's,
City, yeah.
he's been doing that for a decade. We had
Yeah,
niggas-
they still building Harvest Life Changers Church. Mm-hmm. They've been building that church for like 10 years.
Facts.
Since before.
Facts.
Since,
You talking about Next Nova?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
they've been building that church since before I
Right,
graduated high
because
school.
How
When-
big is that church?
Because what,
It is big.
what happened was when
It
they
don't
started
happen
building it,
overnight,
they
but
realized
it's
they didn't
like,
have enough.
alright.
What happened was when they started building it, they realized they didn't have enough rooms for ATMs, so they had to make more ATM rooms.
For ATMs.
No, they had an
my
ATM in there,
God.
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, don't get it twisted.
Oh, come
Hey,
on
I
now.
respect it, but keep in mind they bought their money.
Oh, they bought their money. Come
I
on
respect it though. Hey, it is what it is.
Hey, come to hey.
I respect it
It
though.
is what it
Hey.
is.
I got great word. I got
Hey,
the word.
Hey,
watch
if you
my
go-
Kanye shrug.
Hey, if you go to Atlanta, you got the Creflo Dollar Church, man.
Oh, in Atlanta,
it's
listen,
the biggest church. Like
Listen, pastors literally have helicopters
helipads, bro. I'm talking about coming
Seriously.
in. Coming in.
because they lit. They got 5 different churches.
They lit.
Come on now.
They come out of the helicopter in a 3-piece. What are you talking about?
Hey, it's a business, man.
Talking about, oh, God is good. I bet he is good.
He real good.
They literally land at
Hey.
the church and then preach, and then they out.
And then
But
they-
what-
They can't stay because they got to be another service in 20 minutes.
But would Harvest Church give you a Bible for free?
They put you on a payment plan.
oh my God.
I don't know if they're going to do it for free. It's like, now you owe. You going to pay for this Bible. We're going to put you in the back room or something. And you're going to have to
Stop it.
roll up
And
your
people
sleeves.
wonder why I am what I am and why I stay away from what I stay away from. If you can't give your followers a Bible for free or your religious documentation for free,
Everything costs.
Ooh, everything. I'm about to say it's a
Everything
price for
got
everything,
to
bro.
cost.
It's a price for everything.
But
bro.
what were we talking about? Black Panther.
Black
Oh,
Panther.
the
Panther.
character. So
what's the smart move?
they can't give it to Shuri because they've already given qualities of T'Challa to Shuri. Like they had down, and I'm just being
That was
honest.
an alcohol cough, not a COVID cough. All right, we on the same page? All right, cool.
Like they had made T'Challa.
Episode name, that was not a COVID cough.
Hey, it was Tito's at
episode.
that.
That is a good episode. Yeah. So they made T'Challa. They didn't make him dumb in the MCU, but they like his genius level intellect.
Right.
They gave to his sister to build her up, which
Mm-hmm.
I respect.
Which is funny because I get shitted on every time I feel my opinion about Black Panther. It's like, shout out to Chadwick Boseman. Don't get me wrong. He's a great actor. I love every movie that he's in except Black Panther. I think he was the most vanilla character in his movie, and everybody defends, well, he had to be royalty. He had to be held to a certain standard. It's like it doesn't matter. You can't not, or it doesn't. That doesn't justify you not making that character entertaining. Because every character that you put in the MCU has a different role to play, and you make them all entertaining. But Black Panther was the most vanilla character in that movie.
Well, I to be honest, I agree with you. I put that blame more on Ryan Coogler.
Oh, 100%. He was in Civil War.
In Civil War, he was lit, but because they took away the other aspect of his character that I didn't really care for in Black Panther movie. In the comic books, Black Panther's a dickhead.
Yeah, he is.
He's a xenophobe.
Yeah. He's only like, that's not my problem. That's yours.
No,
that's his fucking
He's
energy.
a xenophobe. If you're not from Wakanda, I don't give a fuck what you got going on.
During the comic book run,
I'm about to say,
during the comic book run of Civil War, that motherfucker, him and Storm was chilling up on the throne like, yo, that's not my fucking problem. That's y'all.
There are a lot of.
That's real though.
There are a lot of in comic books, like in the movie, and this is why I kind of like how they did it in the movies too. Black Panther, it wasn't because he wasn't popular. Why he wasn't in the front, it's because he just wasn't. That would go against his character to make him in the forefront. Yeah. Because he just sits in the back and observe. Right. And he's very calculative. And he's a dickhead. So in Civil War, he was unleashed. He was lit.
But see, I think that's the difference between, that's why I say comic book adaptations will always be better than movie adaptations. Because you can make your character in a comic book, you can make them stand outside of yourself and still like them. Like the thing about the comic book Black Panther is like, he's not really relatable. But people want relatable in movies. When they're watching somebody in action, they want to be able to relate. Like Black Panther comic books, he's not really relatable. But at the end of the day, it's like, I like this character.
I'm a trillionaire.
Right?
We ain't the same combo.
Secure the bag.
We don't
even if it's through OnlyFans.
Yeah, so like he was
shout out to Bella Thorne.
So like in Civil War, Black Panther, T'Challa, because I'm talking about the movie, Civil War. He had his father had died, and so he had the edge to him. But how he is in Civil War is how he is in comics in general. Yeah. Like a dickhead. I
don't care. That's his whole energy. I don't care.
If my interests align with your interests, then we cool. But the second it stops, I am not on. I wouldn't call him an anti-hero, but he wasn't like.
Was he there for Hulk?
No.
When they banished Hulk?
No.
Yeah, he don't. That nigga don't give a shit.
And then Hulk knew in the comic book, like.
Oh, because he was the only person he didn't fuck with. Like when Hulk came back, he didn't.
No, niggas know not to go to Wakanda. Well, no, because like, and they even in the films, they kind of downplayed it.
Okay, so long story short, there's this band of smart guys called the Illuminati. It's made of T'Challa, Professor X, Mr. Fantastic, Tony Stark, the Beast. And there's another smart guy I'm forgetting. Doctor Strange.
It's like from each of their categories.
So
magic, science.
That's the Marvel cinematic. That's the Marvel Universe Illuminati, and that's where like a lot of the big, how like everybody assumes that the government has that little super secret force. Right. That's what the Marvel Universe had. Okay. So they would make a lot of decisions, and the decision was, should we send Hulk away because he's destroying too much shit? And there was two niggas that weren't there. There was Black Panther and Professor Xavier. Right. He didn't fuck with Black Panther because he definitely showed up to fucking Professor Xavier's doorstep and was like, would you have voted to send me away? He ain't say shit to Black Panther though. That was the only nigga that was uninvolved from that whole situation.
Because in the comics, niggas do not live going to Wakanda. I'm being serious.
Real
in the comic books, like Wakanda is the most technologically advanced society in the world, like it is in the movies. Right. But like anyone in the movie, they made it to like it was like hidden. Nah, niggas knew where Wakanda was, and they knew that they had money out there, but this didn't. Like everyone got killed. Anyone who tried to take over Wakanda was murdered, killed. The Black Order, Thanos, when Thanos
shout out to the black community.
Shout out.
When Thanos army in the comic book came, when they came to Wakanda in the comic books, that nigga Black Panthers killed like half of them. Like they retreated. Wow. Like in the movie, they like, they want to make it, like you said, they want to make it more relatable. Yeah. So it's like him being more like, yeah, you can come over here, and like in the comic books, that nigga be like, fuck no, you can't come over here with that bullshit. That's your problem. Literally, that's your problem.
So that's literally how he was.
That's your problem.
He was on something like Black Panther's like the above ground Atlantis. That's what Wakanda was. It was the above ground Atlantis. Granted, they had an underground Atlantis in the Marvel universe. Yeah, but Namor in the gang, sleeping around with Invisible Woman. Neither here nor there. We'll touch on that.
And Namor shook a Black Panther too.
I just want to let y'all know, Y'all are some nerds.
Facts.
Yeah, we are.
Like straight up.
Facts.
Because I never heard of any of this.
It's tight though, right?
It's tight
shit.
though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, hey,
The shit tight.
hey, shout out.
Representation.
Hey, shout out to Jarvy, man. Hey, he actually the one who put me on Infinity War. Which one was
Yeah.
it?
He's
You know
like,
what I'm
nigga,
saying?
I
I
don't
don't watch that shit.
But drink Henny, smoke blunts, and fuck.
Hold my dick.
What the?
Like,
Hold my dick.
I'm like, nigga, watch this movie. He was like, nigga, fuck that, nigga, fuck that. Got them watching that shit. That nigga watching that shit like a goddamn TV, like
Listen,
your boy and BET.
watching
that shit every day.
I watch that shit.
That
like,
wasn't a COVID cough. I just want to put that out there.
I don't know, man.
I was like,
That wasn't a COVID cough.
Right. Shout out, man. I watch
Niggas
that
get
movie
real scared.
Hey, you saw what I was
every
like,
day.
Start raising their shirt.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Hey, are we 6 feet apart?
Fuck with you as max.
You feel me? You feel me?
It's too late now.
Right.
I'm just doing self-quarantine when I get home.
No, it's because I'm laughing and drinking and
Well, nah, but we were on people yesterday.
I don't drink during podcast episodes.
Will you?
So what's that decision on? what's that decision on?
Yo.
So what do you think they should do?
If it doesn't matter what they do, if they push it back 5 years, if they replace it with Shuri, as long as they leave T'Challa, if they leave the T'Challa character alive in the franchise, they just don't show him through the movie, or they recast him. It doesn't matter to me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Chadwick Boseman is a great actor. And like he's a great actor.
But there's some people that could have played Black Panther better than him.
Even outside of that.
You can say it.
No, well,
You can say it.
That's necessarily my opinion.
I know you're scared to.
No. I think he's.
This is a risky podcast.
No, I think that.
Weigh your options.
He's scared to say it.
No. I think Tobin back.
Why you stuttering for it?
Chadwick Boseman.
Why you stuttering for it?
Jesse Jackson.
He was the perfect T'Challa. I just felt like the material that he was working with was just watered
His
down.
screenplay was shit. There was no question about him. His screenplay was shit.
Right.
Because
it wasn't bad, it
his
just was watered down.
screenplay was shit because you knew he was a good actor because you based him off of Civil War. That was his introduction.
Right.
And you knew that everybody else's screenplay was phenomenal. Shuri was that shit. I keep saying Michonne every time I describe her because that's all I know her as.
Michonne?
Michonne? You watch Walking Dead?
He's talking about
the lead spear
the woman
bitch.
warrior. The woman warrior. Right, what's her name?
Hey, I know there's some white people in the background that just said, yeah, that's right. Lead spear chucker. But no,
racist Black Lives Matter movement. Goddamn niggas.
like I've been saying, Black
2020
matter. They just matter.
It matters.
It just matters. We're gonna come back to that because I'm telling you, every time I hear him, I gotta bring. I feel like I brought this up for the last 3 episodes. Yeah. But that shit my stepdad says just cracks me up every day. I'm gonna tell you that in a minute. But
I think that
Useless Claw, Shuri, the leader of the tribe, like Killmonger, even Forrest Whitaker, and that nigga, I hate Forrest Whitaker because nigga, you draw too much attention to your eyeball. But nonetheless, like everybody in
he's
that
a great actor.
He has moments.
no, she don't give a fuck.
Right. He was like,
He has moments.
I feel it.
Forrest Whitaker has good moments, but he has some characters where I'm like, I was watching Old Def Digital and they did what's the guy from Morpheus? What's his name?
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah,
Lawrence Fishburne versus Samuel Jackson. It's like Lawrence Fishburne's a good actor, but like Samuel Jackson has more moments.
Yeah. That's
Why are we even discussing
that?
That
Was a discussion.
Lawrence Fishburne has more dialogue over an
at one
expanded amount of
point,
time, but
now
Samuel
it
Jackson
ain't
has
a question.
moments.
Yeah.
He has moments.
It's Denzel, and it's Samuel Jackson's like a little bit under him, and then it's everybody else. Morgan Freeman's like a little bit around there.
Hey,
Lawrence Fishburne.
He's been around for
what's
a
funny?
minute, for ages, bro.
God forbid, in Morgan Freeman's passing, God forbid, but in Morgan Freeman's passing,
it's gonna happen to all of us.
Samuel Jackson is going to be our new voice of God
Wow.
because he's the only person that ages just as slowly as Morgan Freeman. So when
Seriously,
if Morgan
like
Freeman
this.
passes,
Seriously, though.
Samuel Jackson's going to be our new voice of God. And can you understand, motherfucker, sometimes it just thunder. Like, can you imagine? Like, you be sitting there like, God, I just want to talk to you for a second. What the fuck do you want, motherfucker? God damn.
Yo, somebody come get him, man.
It'd be like that.
No,
Yeah, no,
you can't be mad.
I ain't saying that.
Quick,
Yeah.
they were like,
no.
I mean, well, it makes sense. Like,
I mean, we're definitely agreeing with it.
Right.
That's why I'm not gonna say about it. Cause like, well,
Right. It's like shit.
yeah,
You speaking facts.
yeah. I do think that T'Challa, the character, I mean, because we just went through all his history. We broke down his history.
so in the movie, like, think about how much like people are listening to this, and they said, "Oh shit." So that's why I say he's the most vanilla character in
He
the
is.
movie. He
Yeah,
had no
I agree.
personality.
I agree.
And you could hold him to that standard of like, well, he had to be a king, he had to be royalty. He was stepping into his throne. It's like, yeah, but you could talk about Tony Stark being an up-and-coming engineer. You could talk about Tony Stark being an alcoholic drunk. You could talk about Thor understanding what it meant to be a prince. You
They
could
have
talk
their own
about
personalities.
yeah, they had personality that it wasn't just. That's why I think Marvel is phenomenal at casting.
Right.
And that's why I wouldn't be mad if they recasted Black Panther. They were good at casting. So if
But that issue isn't a casting issue. It's I think
That was a screenplay
I think that
issue.
the script that
Yeah,
Ryan Coogler was
that's
making,
a screenplay issue.
My only criticism is like for Black Panther 2, I hope they show more layers of his character because the first one they're world building.
Right.
So he was really that's like what it came down to.
Which is what they should have built it down to. That's why they should have showed less spotlight on all the other characters, more spotlight on Black Panther, and as much spotlight on Wakanda.
right.
Right.
Well,
Wakanda's spotlight was perfect.
Well, because Tony Stark, he's a billionaire. Like how you said, Black Panther is a hard character to explain, let alone relate to. So you have to spend time world building, which means your main character
Wait a minute.
at times stepping in.
You're telling me there's people that didn't process in the first 5 minutes of the movie the fact that all of the most limited resource on Earth comes out of that African country? People didn't process that in the first 15 minutes of the movie?
You would think they would.
Nah.
okay.
I don't think so.
Oh, it's because it was in Africa. All right. I'm tracking.
Right,
I'm tracking.
right,
Right.
You right.
No.
Facts. Because, humanity started in
It is what it is.
In Africa.
No, it started
Nah.
in Europe. In transaction to America. That's where humanity in America started. Or
talking
humanity
about
in the world
okay.
started.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my facetiousness showing
Right.
up. I was being
Right.
sarcastic as a
I know.
motherfucker.
Well, at first I couldn't tell. I was like, hold on. I looked at him.
Niggas, you woke?
I'm like, nigga. Like, take your background off. I'm like, now.
Niggas, you woke?
Right.
So yeah, your issues though, in my
Oh,
opinion.
man, he said take your background off.
Yeah, I look back too. He just caught
Bro,
that.
it was like, it says civil rights and everything. You was highlighting some
Right.
black moments in here.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but the Kanye shrug and negates all that shit.
Right. I am a nigga. Get it twisted.
Right.
Just new age,
But the
nigga.
character of T'Challa, to your point though, he's bigger. All that history we explained about Wakanda and his character and he's bigger than any person.
Facts.
He just is.
Yeah.
He's
in the
big-
comic books.
That's
what I hate about the movies. They didn't make him seem like that.
The character in the first one, they were on the right track. It was like he was on
In
the,
Civil War,
Yeah.
they perfectly renditioned Black Panther in Civil War. I
Listen,
agree.
Russo brothers know how to bring the best elements of each character. They gave Hawkeye more personality. They in Civil War, Endgame and Civil War and Endgame, Hawkeye had the most personality he ever showed in all the movies.
In the Endgame?
Huh?
In Endgame?
Endgame, yeah. In Civil
He's
War.
tied. He's tied with some people. Like
I'm saying compared to his earlier.
but compared to his earlier character, yeah.
Like the Russo brothers know how to handle the characters. They really do. They made Captain America tight. The first movie was cool. When
Oh
Soldier
yeah,
came
no,
out-
Winter Soldier is one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Like,
That was a good
this
movie.
is one of my top 3
was a
favorite
great
Marvel
movie.
movies.
When Winter
Yeah,
Soldier
no, that
came
was a
out,
great
it's like,
movie.
oh, they know how to handle characters. They know.
I
how
think that was because they weren't focused on like for Winter Soldier. For Winter Soldier, they didn't really have to tell a story. Like when you think about Captain America, the first Avenger, you had to preface this guy. You had to like build a backstory. For Winter Soldier, they kind of did whatever. They're
was
just
done.
like,
It was a sequel.
let's just throw in Winter Soldier in there.
Right.
Let's just throw in Bucky. So they could play with whatever. As long as the Russo brothers are doing whatever the fuck they want, they're good. But when they have to focus on trying to tell re-rendition a moment, yeah, nah, fuck that. Like,
Right. Nah, I agree, and I think so. I honestly think that they're going to recast him.
They should.
I don't know about. I don't know
My
about
parents say they should do a Denzel Washington's son, David Washington.
I've been thinking about that. Have you seen Tenet? It
Yeah.
looks good.
Yeah.
Have you seen Tenet?
Nah, I want you though.
I want to see that joint. You heard about it, right?
Yeah.
But I heard I like him, and I don't know if he can do that. I thought about the same thing, like watching the.
But and that's why I tell people, I'm like, when has Marvel or not Marvel, but when has Marvel Studios disappointed you? As far as casting, one time, like even if you say well, you know, Captain America: The First Avenger was kind of garbage. Or Thor 1 wasn't as entertaining. When Thor 3 came out, you loved Chris Hemsworth. When Captain America 2 came out, you loved Chris Evans.
Script issues.
Like, there's no, those are script issues.
Right.
They're not casting issues.
Right.
Marvel Studios is the most amazing people when it comes to casting. Inarguably. Like, across the board.
I can agree
miss.
to that. Yeah.
Don't-
No, they don't
Inarguably.
Miss. They don't
I'm
miss.
still sick about that War Machine thing.
Hey, shout out to episode 18. I will never trust this nigga Terrence Howard ever in my life.
Hey, Tony Stark, man.
Hold on. What?
Hey, man. You know, remember Terrence Howard
was War
originally
Machine in Iron Man 1?
He was.
Yeah.
And they even casted his black ass.
Yeah.
Hey,
And his
man.
light skin ass?
We gotta fight
They
Thanos,
went
man.
from a mulatto to dark chocolate?
Yes.
Hey, man.
Pause.
Hey, we got.
Hey, chocolate milk.
Hey, man. Thanos, man. Gotta get these stones, man.
What?
Captain
They
America,
was
man.
like, you got to roll for what? On what channel? Fox. Oh, they like exploiting black people. You going to be too niggerish for us.
Right.
Cheeto,
I was thinking.
when's the last time you played in a Super Black Crash? That came out in 2006. All right, we're good here. By the way, Crash is one of my favorite.
I think that came out in 04.
Oh, it was 2004.
Yeah.
It's literally on the bookshelf
Right.
right now. But shout out to Crash, one of my favorite movies
Kevin
of all
Feige,
time.
man. You know, for the sequel, man. I think I was gonna leave my pyramid, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Leave my, put my carols in, man.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? A pepper War Machine. You know, man?
Don Cheadle played that role. Then that's what I'm saying. Like, even when they recast characters, they recast them well. Because Don Cheadle, like, when Civil War and Iron Man 3, all those movies came around, like, after Iron Man 2, like, at that point, you're like, oh, y'all replaced the nigga. But everything that Don Cheadle was in as War Machine after Iron Man 2, you're like,
yeah.
okay, like, I like him
He
for that
played
role.
good.
He
Yeah,
played that role
but
good.
I feel like
played it well.
Terrence Howard would have made it more.
I don't think Terrence Howard can have that comedy that Don Cheadle. Like, when you think about the end of
You're
Civil
right,
War,
you're
when
right, you're right.
Stan
You're
Lee
right.
drops off that Postage package, I don't think Terrence Howard could have played that
You do need some
comedy.
comedic timing to be in
Yeah.
Marvel movies. You got to be able to.
And I don't think Terrence Howard has comedic timing. Think about a movie. Name a movie. Name a scene.
He made me laugh on some nigga shit on Best Man. When
But
he
that's
told him,
nigga
like,
shit.
nigga
But that's
shit.
not
Yeah,
comedic
right,
timing.
right,
That's
right.
nigga shit. Like,
He
you
was
have
like,
to.
so
You're
what
not
you
gonna
know-
watch
so what
Best
you
Man
find-
and
what
be
did-
like Terrence Howard's hilarious in that movie. But if you're a nigga, you're gonna be like, he was funny.
The whole movie, bro, he was just telling, hey, so what would you do if your wife stepped on you? If she fell on you? You think she wasn't doing her own thing? I'm thinking, like, this nigga fucked up. I'm laughing like, he's a nigga in this joint. You don't think she had her front too? Then the whole time, his man's just fucking her.
Damn.
That movie, I hate that
That was
movie.
nigga shit. Wait, Best Man?
Hey, that's
Nah,
some nigga
I
shit.
love to hate it. Like, I love the
Right.
movie, but like,
Killmonger.
when Tate is getting his ass whooped, I was in that joint like, whoop that nigga's ass.
Oh, Best Man Holiday is one of my favorite
I haven't
movies.
seen that one yet.
Oh, I got it.
Nigga, that shit will, the ending will.
That shit will make you
I
cry.
know what happens, but
Yeah, that shit make you cry.
Yeah.
I just like that it was like such a long gap, and then they were still able to like make you feel the same emotions you felt, because like it felt like nobody moved forward past that moment in The Best Man. That's my holiday. And it was weird that it came out like straight to DVD type shit. But
it was in theaters.
was it?
Yeah, 'cause
I didn't
It
know
did-
that
no,
shit
no,
existed
it
until
did
I got it
well.
on
Yeah, no,
DVD.
it did well.
It did pretty good.
I fuck off. Sometimes I'm wrong. Dumbass millennial. We out
He
here.
over here
Sorry.
discounting his own people's movies. Do better, Nelson. That's a black movie.
Nah, that had a really light-skinned mulatto motherfucker in that movie, so that's why I didn't give it all the credit. Now, The Best Man had an all-black cast, but that movie, nah, it has two light-skinned motherfuckers. That was one too many.
Not the mulatto.
He said one too many light skinned niggas.
Right.
Hey,
It be like that.
You gonna be mad at me too, but I'm gonna do the same thing you just did.
Oh, you about to take a piss?
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
DJJarvyJarv on Instagram.
Hey, nah. You know what's funny? I'm actually gonna wait for you to get back. You better make a fast piss too. But while I get back, I want to bring up the fact that you talked about how a lot of motherfuckers come up in the DMV area and like will maneuver in this area really well, and then we'll move out of this area
Right.
and almost explode.
Right.
And then we come back here and it's just like, oh no, like other people will look at us and be like, oh, y'all niggas did good shit. Or
Right.
y'all niggas are doing good shit. Like people bring it up all the time. Like, yo, you left Virginia, like you went out to the 2 states that you went out to, you came back and you started a fucking podcast. and now you trying to blow up people that's like, people will tell me like, now you trying to blow up people that's in the DMV area. I'm like, nah,
listen.
fuck that. Cause like, go ahead.
No, I was saying you have to be uncomfortable though, you know? And what I mean by that is,
I never thought about it like that.
You got to be uncomfortable, man. You got to be outside your comfort zone.
Yeah. And I get it.
That's the only way to grow.
Nah, because you know what? It's funny that she said it because now all the gears are fucking turning right now.
Right.
And it's like, in Virginia, I'd be like, nah, like maybe you shouldn't do that. Like maybe you shouldn't speak your word, speak your piece type shit.
Speak your mind.
And then you go over to a different state and you realize that, okay, so let me backtrack because a lot of people don't know the premise or the story behind. You good, nigga?
Right.
Too blessed to be stressed out here, B.
All right.
Hey, too blessed.
But a lot of niggas don't understand the
Fucking
like
man.
how the Our Sins and Woes podcast got started. And I always tell people it's like, me and my niggas. What is that noise? Is that you, nigga? Are you playing Mario Kart again?
Nigga, no, the freaking camera died. Like, there's no more space on the memory card. So I'm just about to take out the first clip.
Is the episode good? Oh, okay, we good though, right? Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That's my camera. That's the one that. You know what? I'm gonna stop bitching. So, anyways, a lot of people always like they wonder where the Our Sins Woes podcast got started, and it's 3 contributing factors. One, when I was living in Washington, because we're talking about the fact that you talk about like the way DMV niggas leave DMV, and even if they come back,
He's on
they're
his
on some
phone.
different shit.
He's on his phone.
He better be listening. He got
Listen,
fucking
wait,
headphones.
listen, hey,
Them
listen.
expensive ass headphones on his ear.
When Jarvy is on his phone, you can't talk to that man, bro. You can't talk to the man, bro.
Jarvy, you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, you so full of shit. This nigga's so full of shit. But the way the podcast got started was Our Sins. And me and my homeboys, I got 5 homeboys that's out in, that was all in Washington at the same time. We was all out of Washington State. Right. And we all realized we was a different embodiment of one of the 7 sins.
Okay.
So one of my homeboys was gluttony, one of my homeboys was lust, one of my homeboys was wrath, one of my homeboys was sloth, I was pride, and one of my homeboys was what's the greed.
Greed, yeah.
So we was all different like aspects. We were all reincarnations of the sins.
Right.
But it was like a plus and a minus. Like there were good things that we got, and there were bad things that we got.
Right.
I had confidence, but I had overconfidence. That was my good and my bad.
Right.
So, me being the sin of pride, and that was where Our Sins comes from. Our Woes, my homeboy Dale, my episode 18, was it 18 or 17? Episode 18 guest, Dale. Shout out to Shondell. He was the one that came up with the Woes part, because you ever watch Little Mermaid?
Little Mermaid. Nah.
Okay, so there's this part where the lobster. That nigga, we passed that.
Right.
He lost his window. But there's a part where the lobster was like, "Oh, woe is me." So my homeboy used to take that, and whenever a nigga would bitch about his situation, be like, "Yo, this girl, blah blah," or this nigga, blah blah, or like work is blah blah. He'd be like, "Oh, here you go with this woe is me ass fucking attitude."
Oh shit.
That what used to be like. That's your complaint.
Real shit, though. You're right.
So the sins was your mistake, and the woe was your complaint. The dumbass millennials with their mistakes and their complaints, the Our Sins and Woes podcast. So that's where it came from. But the whole aspect of it all got created because me and my homeboys would sit in my place in Washington. Niggas would come over and we just sit on the couch, drink a beers. Before we go out, we would sit there and just talk shit. And we would have casual conversation. But say those conversations continued downtown or when we went out, motherfuckers would look at us like we were the craziest motherfuckers. Like, yo, you should have been listening to that 30 minutes ago.
Right.
Like, so that's when we realized, like, yo, one of my homeboys used to say, yo, we should just put a GoPro up and, like, let motherfuckers watch us talk.
Yeah.
Hey, now real talk, though. Because I feel like we have our perspectives are, I mean, like, our perspectives, it's unmatched.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, like, our experiences and everything that we do. Like,
shout out to 2016 to 2020.
Boom. There we go. Hey, but I
What
love
a
podcasts,
time.
though. What's
These
going
niggas'
on?
Future and Drake was ahead of time. But nah, it's like real shit. It's like you're right. Our perspective is like a lot different. I was talking to a fee on episode 22. It's like our parents can never top us.
No, never.
Our parents can never tell a story that would top us and be like, maybe our time was rougher than yours. It's like, no, nigga, I survived COVID. And it's like, well, I survived COVID too. But like, nigga, you were 50. So like, all I survived COVID because I'm still trying to grow as a human being. You weren't coming up in your retirement phases. That's what my parents said the other day. This is why I'm shitting on it right now.
Should have smacked you.
But, hey, listen.
Yeah, but I would have left.
Listen.
Because
Nelson's mom's talking some shit now. Don't get
Hey.
it twisted. Nelson,
what?
say your mom.
Oh yeah,
She'll go on you
some
quick.
shit. Yeah,
she'll
will.
talk some good shit to you.
Hey.
But she know I'll leave if she say something foul. So she bites her tongue.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where it is. Like, we gonna kick me out,
Nigga
nigga.
said-
I don't live here.
I can leave.
Listen, we walk in the door, she coming there talking big shit.
Oh yeah, my mother was talking. My mother used to
About
scream at
everybody.
Jarvy because Jarvy didn't take me out enough
Right.
when I was 19.
Wow.
Me and Jarvy the same age,
Right.
and Jarvy used to go out.
Right.
And she'd be like, why don't you ever all you want to do is sit around and play video games? And he go over
He's
to
like,
the
that's why he
house
don't got no hoes. She would say that stuff like that.
Wow. Did you really have hoes?
No. You was too busy fucking playing video games. He didn't want to go out. He did his thing.
I had some bitches on the PSN network.
Okay.
He did his thing. But he wasn't trying to get lit. I was like, you're losing, Nelson.
Nah, I was
like,
like,
I don't give a fuck.
like,
Play-
hey,
play
that's,
Blackouts.
hey, that used to fuck me in all my later relationships because, like, all the girls that I dated, like, from, like, 21 to 25, all you ever do is spend time out with your friends getting drunk and all that. And I'm like, bitch, I never realized how fun this was, okay? I never went out till I was 21.
that's
I
real,
never
though.
went out.
I'm
'cause I,
outside and okay.
I never
Nigga,
went out.
outside.
I never went out till I was 21. Like, that was the first time I ever had a drink. And people look at me weird all the time when I say that.
'Cause I'm about
like,
to.
I
Yeah, I'm about to.
I never had my first drink till I was 21. I was in tech school and I had my first beer and I was like, oh, this is gross. And then I had a shot and I was like, cookies and cream, this shit is good. Cookies and cream shot, I'll fuck with this.
Wow.
And then like that's when I started going out and that's when I started having fun was when I was
Downhill from
21.
there.
Wow.
Yeah, it all went downhill from there.
beginning
But like,
of-
so all of my early relationship between like 21, 22 was like, or 25 was like, yo, you spend too much time outside. And it was like, yo, because like the 3 years that you were going out, I wasn't.
Right.
I'm making up for that time.
Right,
So
right.
We're
my
experiencing
fucking
life.
Right, you're experiencing shit, man.
Yeah.
Like we were saying, like we're traveling. Like and you were talking about it earlier. I think people from
Make sure you roll into that DMV.
I think that people from the DMV area we just have a natural.
Hey man, come on, man, BB, you gotta be
We have
more careful.
we have a natural. We're in a very eclectic area. You know what I'm saying? We're around different cultures, different
Right.
people, different things going on.
Right.
So when we travel to different cities, we are very successful because we know, like, you won't realize it till you get out, but you'll go to like an Atlanta, you'll go to California, a New York, different cities,
Right.
and you just do well. I haven't seen one person who's moved out of Woodbridge, Maryland area, PG, wherever, and not been successful and like move somewhere else. I haven't seen that one person go out there and not win. Like it's just like it's here like, and it's interesting because it's like this area isn't really built to support the arts. You know what I'm saying? So like videography, all this stuff, it's out here obviously, but the point of the DMV is to run the country. That's the economy is based off of government and military-based contracting.
The DMV don't give a fuck about you unless you have a federal job.
Exactly.
That's the best way to put it.
Unless
DMV don't give a shit about you unless you got a federal job.
Exactly. Do you have a clearance or not?
I mean, shout out to my niggas that got federal jobs, but
Right.
like,
It is what
yeah,
it
DMV
is.
don't give a fuck about you unless you got one.
But our experiences, like you can take our experiences here and go anywhere and win. And like if you don't win, it's all your fault. Like
It's mentality,
I don't have any sympathy for you because you've had all the tools.
Right.
For real.
Now you're right. Like I didn't even think about it like that. Like the DMV is a good cultivation factor where you can take it anywhere. Everything that you can learn in DMV,
I
you can
love
take it somewhere
DC.
else.
I love DC, bro.
He love it.
I love it out here.
He be dancing in the rain and all that shit when he come out.
Listen, I love it out here because it's just the vibe is just so different. man.
It's different, but like I've been in quieter places, I've been in louder places.
Right.
DC is like, I always
keep
tell
it funky,
people,
keep it funky.
right? I gotta,
Funky.
I'm about to say yeah.
I tell people like anytime you go to DC, and like when people ask me about like when I was in other states,
Right.
they'd ask me like, "Oh yeah, we've been thinking about taking a trip to DC." I'm like, "Yo, you can't go for 7 days. You have to go for 10." That is always my advice to people that don't live in DC. I'm like, if you go to DC, you have to go to 10 because you'll never see everything in 7 days. You'll never see everything in 10 days.
Right.
But you'll never see everything
Shit,
enough
I never seen
in
anything.
7
And
days.
I live half an hour away.
Right.
I'm still finding out new shit about DC.
Every fucking time
Right.
you go. Shout out to Mount Vernon for making us build candles like we didn't know what the fucking ninja servants were when we were 12.
Wow.
That's a shot.
Mount Vernon in Stafford?
Mount Vernon
Oh,
and
Mount
Stafford.
Vernon. I'm tripping. Mount Vernon. I haven't been here for a while. I'm tripping. There's a high school.
No, we used to go and take elementary field trips there, and they used to show us where the indentured servants live.
Yeah, they not. We were going on slave trips growing up.
What are you not talking about?
They were showing us where the cotton
in middle school and high school.
That was a thing that they do up here.
We went on trips. Because like all the original, like Jamestown, all that shit's here.
Right.
So we would take a 2-3 hour, but we either go to DC to the monuments.
Well, I guess that's a cool thing. Like what I mean by that is
this is where you're. This
it's
is where
to get
you
exposed by it though. Like you want to get exposed to that.
So our schools requiring. So
like, what do you mean by what do you mean by that?
Like it's just like it just feels like distasteful. Like you just got us. You just reminding us of all the fucked up shit that happened to us. Like, are you guys taking us to the African American Museum as well? That's showing like.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what's funny about that shit?
I see
the
that.
same motherfuckers that will take you to Mount Vernon will be the same motherfuckers will be like, "Why you bringing up slavery?" But they will never take you to the Blacks and Whites Museum.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Did you go to the Blacks and Whites?
The what?
The Blacks and Whites Museum in Maryland? Oh, we was talking about that in episode 2. Oh yeah, that was some deep shit.
Wow.
Yeah. So DMV folks, sometimes you gotta leave.
Shout out to DMV family.
You gotta get the fuck out of here. Get out. You won't appreciate it until you like spend time away and then come back. In my opinion.
And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with coming back. I mean, go ahead and be the one to say that. There's definitely nothing wrong with coming back.
But staying.
The outside experience is very key because I spent 8 years outside of DMV, and the shit I came back with is Harrison's and Woes.
Right.
Shout out to YCC Entertainment.
Right.
Shout out to Young Culture Creative Entertainment.
And it's just lit out here.
It's very lit.
Yeah. Hey, bro, I gotta go on the road though. Go to this DJ gig.
Oh yeah, nigga.
By this time it won't be. By the time it airs, it'll probably be like a little bit like a week or so. So y'all just catch me on Instagram. Goddamn it, I was gonna tell y'all check out my live
It'll be the
event.
end of September. By the time this episode.
What if I like bomb in like a few hours? And it's like edit that part out when I'm going to my DJ gig.
And for this week's plug of the week, we got something special coming up because normally I would pick an up-and-coming artist, but because my guy JarvyJarv is here, I gotta play some classic shit from back in our time. So back in high school, me and JarvyJarv did a math project, which we did get an A on. So actually, we got an A++.
Nerd shit.
We had the best.
We rapped about how to do mathematical equations.
Hey, nerd shit, man.
So we're gonna play that as a plug of the week for shits and giggles. But if you want it as a plug of the week on SoundCloud, leave a like and a comment.
I'm saying.
And I might add it to it.
Listen, no. They have to see the video though.
Oh, the video is gonna be on when it comes out on YouTube.
Oh, it's hilarious.
The video is gonna be included, but like for SoundCloud, that's you don't watch.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen.
Now something goes Spotify.
So the video.
In a check. Let's be clear. I'm watching. I ain't gonna say nothing at first. I'm gonna see if you bringing it to me.
This nigga.
It's doing well on Spotify. Oh, I saw.
Right.
So about that. How we split that up?
How that check going?
Okay.
So the video will definitely be out on YouTube, but the audio is just gonna be out on all the audio platforms. But let's go ahead and play this song. It's called "Parallel Lines" by Mr. Mandela and JarvyJarv.
DJJarvyJarv. Mr. Shaw.
Yes, Mr. Mandela. JarvyJarv. We're doing an algebra in the most amazing way. Let me show you the new map album. Let's get straight into it. La 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 la, perpendicular. La 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 la, perpendicular. We doing parallel lines. We doing parallel lines. La 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 la, perpendicular. La 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 la, perpendicular. We doing parallel lines. We doing parallel lines. Parallel lines have the same slope. They're on the same plane or they're on the same coast. Perpendicular meet to form my angles. They cross like the arguments of Luke and Tony Bango. Subsequent slopes have lines that are negative. Those assessments can get so repetitive. Parallel lines are cool, they never intersect. What's on the next quiz? No one knows yet. La 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 la, perpendicular. La 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 la, perpendicular. We doing parallel lines. We doing parallel lines. La la perpendicular, la 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 perpendicular. We doing parallel lines. We doing parallel lines. These numbers are the the same, and I'ma tell you why. Cause the same coefficients between the two lies. Remember MS plus B, cause M is still the same when you looking for the slow in a parallel game. Now difference always is the inner judge decide whether positive or negative the problem can be right. Now it's been explained how the problem can be solved. You can do it by yourself, then you really have evolved. La 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 la, perpendicular. La 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 la, perpendicular. We doing parallel lines. We doing parallel lines. La 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 la, perpendicular. La 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 la, perpendicular. We doing parallel lines. We doing parallel lines. Perpendicular. Now here's the tricky one. Flip the number over. But no, you're not done. That's the every other reciprocal. Then negate that value. And that's a perpendicular problem. How to? You chill with us and learn how to do these equations so there's no misunderstanding or any kind of hating. Thanks to Mr. Mandela and DJJarv today. We hope what you learn from us is here to stay. La 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 la. Perpendicular. La 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 la. Perpendicular. We doing parallel lines. We doing parallel lines. La 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 la. Perpendicular. La 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 la. Perpendicular. We doing parallel lines. We doing parallel lines. DJJarv, Mr. Mandela. You know what I'm talking about? Get ready for volume 2. How to do the single leg using radicals. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the second period.
Nigga, did you ever figure that out? Like how to do the single leg using radicals?
Hell no.
Hey, shout out to JarvyJarv for coming through for that the whole high school project. I'm sure I got a laugh out of that shit. If you didn't, hold my dick. It's hold my dick, culture.
I have a suggestion for you if you didn't like that. Like shit.
Embrace the new culture. But anyways, you got anything else before we get out of here? Any positive notes to leave out on?
Nah, man. I had a good time here. It's good to catch up with my peoples.
Great vibes.
Dope production.
Are we here for the fuck shit?
I'm proud of what you've done with your platform.
There's more to come. So much more to come.
And you can tell. That's about like the consistency in it. You know, you got stuff and ways coming up. I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? I'll fuck with it.
I love it.
Keep doing your thing, B. DJJarvyJarv. DJJarvyJarv. One word on Instagram. Holla at your boy.
Hey, it's my first time meeting him. You know, I fuck with the vibes, fuck with the campaign, fuck with everything. To all the people out there, support your boy. You know, he's doing a good job. That's it.
Humble Hudson.
Right. Hey, he look like he look like he want to talk so much shit right now.
Nah, because if I did talk shit, I'd probably say something about my non-existent biological father or my exes or Brittany Renner. Oh, by the way, shout out to my non-existent biological father. Shout out to my exes and shout out to Brittany Renner.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Shout out to all of them.
Hey, for real.
But
I know Nelson. I knew he was gonna say that.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it.
I know him for real.
I have to get it off every episode. Hey, Brittany Renner, we always looking for you. If you want to come on the show and defend yourself, you won't get roasted. But like,
wow,
if
you know,
I actually
went to school with her.
Brittany Renner?
Yeah.
I think she's I would assume she's a wonderful lady. Yeah. I just don't like the way she carries herself on social media. Oh, wow. So I'm definitely talking shit every chance I get.
I follow you.
I had to let go of all the Instagram honeys. I had to let it go. It was distracting me too much.
I have no disrespect towards the fit bitches and the motivational speakers. I just don't like the ones that are both.
Wow.
I'll tap in here and there.
Brittany Renner ever came on. I throw game at her.
I'll look in a little
I
bit.
would also dog her at the same time.
But I can't consume that every day.
They
though.
love the toxicity.
It's just like I mean, to each his own.
The futures of the world.
7 o'clock in the morning and it's like twerking. That's just I can't. This is too.
Nah, baby.
I haven't even gone to church yet.
No, let her twerk. If she wants to
do your thing.
Let her twerk. 100%. Let her twerk. Just don't let her speak.
If she want to be a hoe, let her be a hoe.
Yeah, she can do her thing. I just can't consume that early in the morning.
But
it's like
it's
I'm in
culture,
church looking
so
this.
it's okay. It's whore culture.
I have to unfollow you guys. Y'all being too naughty.
I have one more thing though.
Go ahead.
What the fuck does Lady Gaga know about a Polaroid?
All right, and to all my audience.
Jeff is also.
And to all my audience.
Jeff be trying to look all cute and shit and all cool, like he a sexy ass fucking half tatted, big bearded, good hair. Show your hair, nigga.
Hey, nah, man.
He got that. He got the real like beige. He got the real Terrence Howard.
Man, please. Hey,
He a
this
pretty
nigga
boy.
Jarvy.
He a pretty boy nigga.
He got the fall summer.
He's like a genuine nigga.
Hey, he got the
stop
fall
it.
2020 Chico Bean.
He cries. Right. He cries. He cries in the rain and shit. But don't get it twisted. Jeff got some shit about him too. He a little funny nigga too. When he want to be.
Chill out,
He
man.
didn't be trying to act like he just tries to all chill. Like, oh, like I'm too pretty for this conversation.
Oh, look at this nigga right here.
Listen, Jeff can talk some shit now. Don't get it twisted.
Fuck out of here.
But yeah,
Got anything else?
no, that's it.
Well, with all that being said, to all my millennials, being your age is a sin, and no one wants to hear woes. And to everybody else, it's been another episode of the Sins of Woes podcast. Peace.